Questions? I'll be happy to answer them until the other mob get here. I want to tell you a quick story while we're waiting for this mob to get here. So you'd notice at the end of that movie, that one there, it had directed by Aaron Peterson. Let me tell you a story about who Aaron Peterson is. There's Aaron Pedersen, the Aboriginal actor, you know him? Well, Aaron Peterson is a white man that I met in 2008 when I first moved to Sydney. And I met him while I was doing a TV show called On the Edge, which was a show a lady called Fran Dobie put a concept to NITV to take kids from out at Mount Druitt and take them into the city and show them a better life. I put in a similar concept to NITV around the same time. And it was one of my first sort of projects I put to NITV. And the project was to take kids from Sydney out bush to Doomadgee with me and show them how to live on the land and teach them about culture and how to cook guana and about law and stuff. My concept got knocked back, but Sister Fran Dobie got accepted, and they rang me and asked me if I'd be an Aboriginal mentor. And so I thought, I'll get my foot in the door at NITV, you know, maybe one day I get to make my movie. So I accepted and I went on there. The editor for that TV show was this company called Postbox Productions, which was situated in Chippendale near Redfern. And Aaron Peterson, the white man, owned that company. So I did all the voiceover. And while I was in there doing the voiceover, I told him about this film I wanted to make that I'd already been shooting for about 7 years up to that point, about my son going through initiation. It was called Zach Ceremony. I said, I'll show you a little trailer that I have. Shall I show you the trailer? He goes, hey, that's a brilliant film. I said, I need a post-production mob to help me do the post-production, you know, the editing and all that. And he said, well, I'll come on board as a partner. So the original concept was I was the director, right? Aaron Peterson, the white man, was going to be the editor. And his friend, this white woman called Sarah Linton, was going to be the producer. Now, being new to the film world, I didn't know that unless you're the director, producer, or editor, you don't really have much say over the film. So what happened in 2013, the year we went to go and have Zach's initiation, they convinced me that Screen Australia wouldn't fund us money if my name was on the movie as a director. These two white people, or these two people I should just say, Aaron Peterson and Sarah Linton. And I said, nah, and my wife Amy was with me and she said, bullshit, my husband's been shooting this film for the last 8 years, he's not going to take his name off as director. And I said to my wife, I said, you know what, I need to get this product made and nobody else is worried about me. Because I want you to understand something, at that time, NITV knocked me back 5 times to make Zach Ceremony. And I sat in front of 5 different editing commissioners at NITV begging for money to make that movie. And they all said no. And they all told me that that film wasn't something that Aboriginal people would be interested in. And I'll say this, the editing commissioners of NITV at the time were white people. And don't worry, they had some black fellows there backing them up too. But you know how I get some of our mob, unfortunately,
yes,
too stuck in the system that they're part of it. And they become detrimental to their own mob. Now I'm not going to mention their names because they know who they are, and the old people, the ancestors, are going to deal with them when they get to that great fire in the sky, and they have to pay for their wrongdoing.
That's it, brother. Yep.
So I got no hate towards them. I got nothing but love towards them. And I say this to you, I take their behavior as a great lesson of how not to behave and how not to treat my people. Because I will not do what they did to me to anybody else. And even when I'm on this country here, I'll make sure I honor the local mob here and respect them and give them the platform here. And I'm hoping that they come tomorrow and dance here because I want to work with the local mob here. I want to work with all my family around this country because only we can uplift each other. We're going to stop standing on each other's heads and making each other feel small. Because that's what happened to me. It happened to me a lot down in the film industry. It happened to me in the music industry too. Mainly because our mob seemed to have taken on lateral violence as a way of life. And it's not our way, never been our way. My uncle, come here. So this is my uncle. This is the main big lawman for our family. He's our main songman. Come here, sit. And I want you to know something. I used to get a lot of flack, and a lot of people used to badmouth me about filming our ceremony. Now this is the main lawman. This is my uncle, he's my mum, he's my mother's little brother. His father was my grandfather, my Mimi. His father was the little brother for my grandfather, Alec Doomadgee, my Mimi. And everything I learned was from him and his father. And it wasn't until I got the blessing of all our law people, especially our women, our law women, that I made that film. And everything you see in the film, you're allowed to see. That Ungai part, where his sisters, you see, that's his sisters there, Mama Isa, Mom Nancy, all those old ladies there, that's the Borroloola song woman that travel around with Shirley Morris and sing for Shirley Morris.
Yes.
That's all the women there. That's my mother's. That's my mother's little sisters, and that's his sisters. He's living here now with me in Toowoomba. And the reason he's come to stay with me is because I've been touring this film for about 10 years, and I said to him and my young son Bailey, who's about to come up and sit here, it's now their turn to take on this film. Because this film is going to be touring through America, we're going to be touring through Canada next year, and I want them to have their opportunity to say their piece. Also, can you please bring your mother up here? Lizzie, come up here. Put your hands together for Lizzie, please.
Woo, Elizabeth.
So, sit here, listen. A lot of people also ask, how come Lizzie not in the film too much? That's because you're a little fight with me. And she always want to flog me. But this woman here, we knew each other from when we were kids. And we had 5 babies together. And I want to tell you all something right here in front of Lizzie today. Back in 2017, 2018, we were developing an educational toolkit to go with this film. That's where you can go to schools and you can learn about our culture and our ceremony. And in that educational toolkit, those white people, Aaron Peterson, they wanted to badmouth this woman here. They wanted to say some pretty nasty things about her in the educational toolkit for educational purposes. I said this, and me and this lady been through a lot together, and I tell you right now, I respect and honor this woman no matter what. And all through the process, I've always respected and honored her and her I guess, decisions with our children and what she's done with her life. That's her business. So when this thing came up about Lizzie and her I guess, interaction on the film, when they wanted to badmouth her, I said to them, I will not be involved with that because our women, Aboriginal women, have been the target of the system since day one.
Here.
And I said, that woman there gave me 5 children. And no matter what we've had between each other, I still respect and honor her for giving me those 5 kids. And I stepped away from the film. And I said, no, I want nothing to do with that ceremony anymore until you fix up that educational toolkit. Because if you're going to disrespect her mother, you're disrespecting me and you're disrespecting my kids. And you're disrespecting our law. So back in 2018, I removed myself from Zach ceremony. And I removed myself from having anything to do with it. And I took the one thing away from them that made that film powerful. Me and my family, me and my sons, me and my uncle, the proper law for our country. That's what I would take away. I took away what was mine, my intellectual property, and that's me and my presence. I removed my presence from something that they try to control. And it took me 2 years, from 2018, 19 to January 2020, to get full ownership of Zach's ceremony. That movie now belongs to me. And the one that played tonight was the wrong one, because we couldn't get a copy of the one with my name as a director. I fought them for 2 years to take ownership of that movie. I wanted full ownership. I wanted my name back on the film as a director. And I wanted the educational toolkit to remove the bad stuff they were saying about this woman here. And they did everything. And I want to tell you something. The only reason that movie got made was because I found white allies to help support me and pay for that film. No black fella paid for that film there. That didn't come from NITV, that didn't come from SBS, that didn't come from ABC, that didn't come from Screen Australia, Screen Queensland, or anywhere. You know where it came from? I'm proud to stand here and tell you. In 2014 at the Sydney Opera House, I attended a thing called Good Pitch Australia, where I stood up in front of 400 filmmakers, philanthropists, and rich people, and pitched my movie. And a woman called Gretel Packer And her little brother, James Packer, stood up and said, "Brother, we got you. We'll give you money to make your film." The Packers helped me. That was who all my white allies were, and they stood by me. And they gave me almost $500,000 to make that movie, including $100,000 to go towards the educational toolkit. Gretel Packer and James Packer. That's when I hear people talking bad about James Packer or the Packer family, I say to them, "Man, you don't know what those people do. They did what for me, what normal people couldn't do for me. They financed my movie and they supported what I was doing because they believed in what I was doing." And I remember they looked at me and they went, "You remind us of our dad, because our dad was just as mad as you. He didn't take no from nobody." And see this festival, Red Feather Film Festival, nobody financing us. We get no money, no funding, no support. We did this ourselves. You see by Laurie? He'll fly by himself, he paid for his own ticket. I still gotta fly him home yet. I might have to drive him back down there. But we just go out on a limb and do it because it needs to be done. And that's why tonight I'm really honored that you came along, because this is the crowd that created history here tonight. Because from little things, big things grow, right?
Yeah.
Next year, when you will come back in this place packed, you can say, "We were there at the first ever film festival, the first ever Red Feather," and we heard them speak. I wanted to tell you that little story about how this film came about, but the proper print of that movie now has my name as director. Oh, by the way, I had to agree to let Aaron Peterson also have his name as director, so it's directed by Alec Doomadgee and Aaron Peterson. But that's what they did to me. They took my intellectual property and something that belonged to me away from me. So you got to be really careful in not just the film industry, but in the music industry. My big brother Bun have been telling me some deadly stories about colored stone. So, look, I'm not keeping this any longer. I want to hand you over to Lizzie and my uncle here and my little son. Ask any questions of them, or I can ask some questions. I'll ask the first one. Lizzie, how's Zach and where is he?
Getting his forklift license. On the way up here. Yeah, so Bailey tried to beat him to come. Hey? Yeah,
Anybody got questions?
I do. I'd like to know what your thoughts are of cultural protocols when you're on someone else's country.
Well, same as, when we're on our land, we expect, we show respect to goods, the Latinos. So we expect when you come, we don't expect anything, just to be equal. We all one mob, we all one mob.
Well, especially with our song lines, right? It's really important with Uncle Manga here that sings our song lines. All of our song lines actually connect up, and we're all answerable to each other, right around the country. So the song you were singing earlier about is the Jagpagala, the Wedge Tail Eagle, and that's one of our big stories from home. And when I go to Melbourne, anywhere else, they got Bunjil down there. When I talk to, whistle back, I'm loud. So when you ask about when you're on different people's country, it's always good to acknowledge that country and acknowledge the owners there, and to actually give them pride and place and give them an opportunity to be a part of what you're doing. And that's what I'll do everywhere, wherever I go, no matter whether it's in Sydney, even when I was down at Mullumbimby, when I was in Deniliquin, we worked with the Yamba mob down, the Yorta mob. So it's about uplifting your mob and giving them a hand up too. Because I know with me personally, coming from Bush, nobody gave me a hand up. And I wish someone was out there to help me. And I wish someone opened doors for me, or to give me the opportunity to come and sit like this. See this place here? This is the Strand Cinema in downtown Toowoomba. Think about that for a minute. This country here, this place here, we all know what Toowoomba is. Very conservative, right? This is a spot for people like Pauline Hanson. So what I'm saying to you is, tonight you broke ground, you made history. It's only a little step, but it's a step. It's a step forward for our people and for the people in this community who want to change, who want to do better. I see the man there, Ian Mills, that's my white brother, that's my white ally. He putting all this on. See the cinemas here? He's covering everything, covering those movies. Well, he spent almost $3,000 from Event Cinema's own budget. And he's in big trouble. But he's doing it because he knows it's the right thing to do, because eventually this will pay off.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
Mangan, talk about song lines. Tell us about the song lines and why they're important. Adult.
Yeah, I was learning to sing when I was 8 years old. So my dad told me, when you grow up, you're gonna be like me. So I did. So I was this ceremony when I sing. We got tough culture. Every time ceremony starts back in Northern Territory, they call this man. I'm gonna open that thing up. Not anybody else. There are so many people back home in my country, but they still gonna ask me because I own that song to put a young man through. Yeah. So we sing to 8 to 5:30 in the morning, all night. No stop, standing up. Because I've learned through the rain, through the lightning, still singing. Never get cold, that's my life, how to do it.
So Uncle Mangai, believe it or not, we grew up together as kids, and when his father passed the songs on to him, I was there at that ceremony. And I remember Mimi used to say to him, because he used to give real cheeky old fella. Like his big brother, I was standing there, was cheeky to old fella. And when he'd sing songs, you have to dance. So he'd say, "Beat my tongue." He mean, when they sing, don't let him waste that song, you come out and dance. So he'd make everybody dance. And he was an amazing, amazing old fella. So Uncle now carries the song lines of him. And one of the things we're doing, and the reason he's down here with is, we're going to go down to the Hunter Valley in October, because I've been doing some cross-cultural, I guess, exchange with Brother A.B. Wright and his tribe. I think their tribe called Wangbo. Is it Wangbo? So his tribe are bringing back their initiation ceremonies down there in the mountains up at Wollombi, or Wollambi. 15 years ago, when I was doing this film, I went out there with Abe. So I don't know if you know who A.B. Wright is, but A.B. Wright and his brother Warwick Wright used to be the rap group Street Warriors.
Yep.
And they also used to be in local knowledge. Warwick now manages a lot of NRL footballers like Latrell Mitchell and all them mob. And a lot of them are going through law at this place. They're going and seeing their men's initiation ceremony. And I was honored 15 years ago when A.B. asked me to come out and kind of do some, I guess, consultancy work to talk about law and how the songlines are to come back. So I'm now taking my uncle down next month in October. We're going to go there and sit up there in the mountains with them when they do their big law, because believe it or not, the eagle, the Jadbagala, actually is down there in that mountain, and there's a big carving in the ground of the story. So all of our stories are connecting. And I'll tell you the reason why we're doing this. Because I've taken it upon myself, and I've been instructed by my law people at home, my uncle Marundu Yana, who gave me the name Jadbagala, my law people like him, my mother's Isa McDinney, and all our law women that carry our law, they've instructed me to go around to different tribes around this country and sign tribal law treaties. That's what I'm actually doing. And the red feather and this festival is my key and my hook to bring people. You understand? Because last year when this country tried to do a referendum and get you to sign on to their dotted line to say that their constitution was valid, I was against that. Because us as Aboriginal people need to sign treaties amongst each other first. So one of the reasons why we're going down to help Brother A.B. is so that our treaty through tribal law is signified and actually real. Because we're going to dance on their tribal lands and they're going to come with us. Because my uncle Marunduyana is holding a big men's ceremony on Ganglita land in November up on the Sacred Salt Flats out at Burketown, and we're going to invite them to all come with us, and they're going to come and dance on our land.
Yep.
That's the way we do tribal treaties for our people. We dance together and we sing together and we share law together. And I'm here tonight to say to every one of you here, I'd like you to go back and tell your families, we're here to sign treaties with you, Mob too. We'd like you to share with us what you got, and we'd like to share with you what we got. Because that's the way our people was and is and always has been.
Yep.
We never pull each other down and drag each other down and tell each other who this and who that. We would say we'll uplift each other. And our songlines are the way to do that. So I'm actually going around doing this, and that's why Red Feather to me is my hook to get into the communities. I want to go down with my big brother down there in this country and sign treaties with them. I want to go over to Western Australia and sign treaties with them. Because if we don't do it ourselves, no one's going to do it for you. So I am getting up and I'm putting myself out the front. I've spent 10 years working in native title. I was the chairman of the Waiangi Native Title Aboriginal Corporation. And I was hooked by the system. Because when you become native title and you run a corporation, you're then subservient and obedient to the system. You're subservient and obedient to ORIC, the Office of Indigenous Registration of Corporation. You're answering to the very bureaucrats you're supposed to be fighting against. And that's the truth.
That is the
That's why
truth.
I stand out here as a sovereign lawman from the Waiangi and Ganga, the people on the Waterloo songline. And I only answer my mum and my law.
Waterloo is a snake.
As a snake. And then we're going to do the eagle. Then we're going to do the dingo, the budgeon, the dog.
We're gonna try. The Waterloo, the snake. When we sing it, we stop it. You got it, you come out. You got the song. You know? I sing them snake songs. And I do people, I clean people too when they get sick.
That's why I get in my house because I get sick all the time.
Yep.
I can cure people. I can take the stuff off my body. I'm a witch doctor myself.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah.
So I've got a question about songlines. So in recent times down here, around here, won't say specifically where,
Yeah.
but some people will know where, there's been people down here that don't belong to this country, that aren't custodians to the country, but they've been doing the songlines. I believe from my mob that that's not right. That's not a proper protocol to do
Yep.
that. However, these other mobs have come here from, all around here, there and everywhere, and they've taken up with the TAs from here, and they're doing songlines. I find that totally disrespectful. And then you get the white organisations, then, giving them their white power too to keep doing that shit.
Yep.
And I think that's totally wrong.
It's the divide and conquer tactic.
Oh,
So what
right.
they're really good at is they divide and conquer, right? And if you look into recent history in the last 4 years, right, they divided and conquered us really, really good. They told us about COVID, right? Oh, we're going to give you this needle that can help you.
Which was unlawful.
We're going to vaccinate you first.
Which was unlawful.
And they pushed it on our mob first. And they made our mob go around and advertise it. I saw the only dingo on television. I said, what about mob? And then our mob was attacking each other. They divided and conquered our mob just from a vaccine. Then referendum last year, what happened? We had same mob running around talking a referendum up. People like me running around going, nah, I don't want a referendum, I'd rather stay sovereign. Turn against each other. All us black fellas fighting against it, hating against each other, out in the open. And the whites were sitting there laughing at us, these silly black fellas, while they're there making big money from our country and our land. If, and this is my thing, sister, if we be smart enough to sign tribal treaties amongst each other and sit in a circle and address those issues that you've got a problem with, trust me, we'll find a solution amongst ourselves. And if we do that, that's when we become powerful. And that's when we start hooking up with different tribes around here. The Kamaroro mob and, the Wiradjuri mob, and up north with all them, the Kukayalangi mob. Yeah. And if we actually go back to our songlines and look at where they end and where they start and actually talk to each other, we'll be more powerful and more stronger going down to Canberra going, well, we're all the law people here from our, here's the main songman from our mob, here's the main songman from our mob. We're here to sing our songs, which tells the story and the law of our land. In your Senate there, can you mob sing your song for your song and where you come from? If you can't, you need to shut up and go away.
Yeah.
And then you ask them, can you show me the piece of paper that you have that says me and you can live here side by side? Where's your accord, your treaty, or your contract to say that we actually have succeeded our law? Because that's the other thing about Zach's ceremony. It's actual proof that our law is still alive.
Yep.
It's on camera, it's on film. Go there. Take that film, we can put, there's the proof that you can go to any court of law and say, I can prove to you that our law is still alive. There's Alec Doomadgee's Zach ceremony. Songline right there. It's proof that we still live.
So thank you for that, because you actually confirmed to me that, yeah, these mob around here don't know what they're doing.
All you gotta do, sis, is you call a big meeting amongst the mob and you bring them all together.
They just
We've
push
tried.
Here's
We've
one thing
tried.
I want to ask while you ladies are here.
Invitation to anything.
So Lizzie, woman business, right? So people ask me, how come we didn't show much of woman business? You know why? Because that's the next movie we're gonna make. The next
Awesome.
movie we're gonna make is woman's business. So Lizzie's here tonight because we've got daughters too. And me and my wife Amy's got 2 little girls there. So our next movie is going to be woman's business because we believe our women needs to take their place.
Exactly.
Here's another thing, right? My sister right here. I've gone to a lot of big land meetings and a lot of native title meetings because I was the chairman of the Waiangi Native Title Corporation. So recently, they removed me. You want to know why? Because I was doing too good for my people. I was giving my people too much money. You know, ORAC removed me in April this year because they had a problem with me giving my people $360,000 to bury our mob, to go funerals, to go hospital, to help our elders. Now, you can't give your people that much money. Why not? I work for it. That's their money. It's their land, their country. So they removed me because I was empowering my people too much. The silly thing they did was they released me from the cage of native title. I'm out here free now. And this is where I'm really dangerous because I'm going to recruit all you mob and your mob to fight with us and stand together. I want to say about women's business. Every native title meeting I've ever gone to, and every land meeting I've ever gone to, I hear this: "Oh, women can't vote for country."
Yes,
Who the
they
fuck said
can.
that? Like, where did that come from? Let me tell you where it came from. From misogyny, from misogynistic foreigners that came to our country and implanted this bullshit that our women can't talk for country. That's a lie. You see our law and our ceremony? We can't have men's dance until that woman dance. The woman gotta go first. In our law, our women sit in the same circle as us. I'm sitting in a big law ceremony culture meeting where my mother and my father and my grandmother, and they've all talk to each other and they've all talk for country. And women can talk for country. They're the first mob to be talking for country. You wanna know why? Because we come from women.
And Alec, can
They're
I?
the birth of this country, of this nation. There would be no people here if we had no women. And I tell you right now, the amount of people I've heard give women cheek about, oh, you can't talk for country in the country. It's bullshit. Women are very much allowed and should be the first one talking for country because they are the birth givers, they are the giver of life. And in our law and our culture, everything surrounds the mother. When we wear the mumblia thing, you start from here, look like mama. So the mumblia markings when you dance the ceremony, the snake start here. Want to know why? What that did? What that's connected to?
Umbilical
Mother.
cord.
That's your life. So that ceremony for us, that the mumblia, you start from your belly button, and that snake go around your ear like this in your mouth, and then it come to your mother's side. What's right side, mother? That the head on the snake then come on the right side for your mother to symbolize the mumblia from your mother. That's that woman there. You a woman too. That's when people say to me, "Oh, women can't talk for country." I shake my head because the misogyny didn't come from us. Misogyny was introduced here when the foreigners came here. And we're going to take that and flip it and give our women back their place in our circle because you see the wedge-tailed eagle? He can't fly if that rudder, the main tail at the back, and that's the woman. The women are the rudder for the wedge-tailed eagle. And that's the only way I believe we move forward. So this one here, the reason I wanted to be involved with this film is because we want to make women's business film there about the women and give them their place. Lizzie, can I ask you a question? How does it feel having sons like Zach and Bailey? And our eldest, which is Zach. Zach's our big boy.
Yeah.
He's not here tonight because he's still got a
Never
problem.
here.
Tell me
Always doing something.
Tell me from your point of view what you think about the boys and where they're at now.
Well, they've come a long way.
Talking to Mike.
They've come a long way. From boys to men, the band. I'm so proud of Bailey and Zach as well. When he does come around, he's a good kid. Still my kid, He's went through ceremony to become a man, and I wasn't there because I had my own demons going on at the time. I really wish I could have been there to see them.
The other boys, the little one, your two.
Yeah, they're going to go through it. These are my two younger boys, Raphael and Owen.
Their dad
Hello?
from, is their dad from
Also
Murabinda?
asked if Big Dad can make
Murabinda.
a them.
Yeah, Wuri, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Owen did. Yeah, they've come a long way, Bailey and Zach, and I'm so proud to be, a part of them. And they're a part of me. And I wouldn't change it for the world.
Any more questions, or you just want to get to the music?
I've got another question, mother to mother.
Yeah.
So my son has learnt culture, language. I've even been told, because I'm his mother, that I can't speak on behalf of him. I'd like to know what your
You can
Opinion.
get to that child. So you've got every right over anyone else.
My mother still give me cheek.
I'm still correct, Zach is 26 years old this year, and we're still telling him what to do. And you are the first speaker for your son and your daughters, because you've carried them for 40 weeks, what is it, 40 weeks? Well, my children, they all came 2 weeks early before their due date. Zachariah himself was 10 pounds 6. Imagine if I'd have carried him to the full state. Even Bailey was 8 pounds. I had to go on a diet with him in Brooklyn, because the 3 older ones were, above my body weight. But you're his mum, so you got every right to speak for him.
Gunai to Gunai, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll say this on behalf of all us men. And I'll say this on behalf of me and my sons up here and my uncle. For too long, us men stood silently by while our women been ill-treated. And for too long, we've enabled people in our community to do bad things against our women. It's time we stand up and be the proper warriors we're supposed to be and do some shit about it. Because that's not our way. And I'm doing it up home. You see me in Mount Monitor? Up home there, in Alec Doomadgee, we stand up against that sort of stuff. And that's why I felt I get in a lot of trouble. They don't realize, you go Burketown, no domestic violence in Burketown. You go Burketown, there's no funny stuff going on there. You do shit as that in that community, that man knock on your door. He said, you want to hit a woman, you come and try to hit me. That's what we got to do. We have to take back our power as warriors amongst our family, and we have to get our women to trust in us again. Because that's the one thing they attacked. When the foreigners came here and the invaders came, they attacked our family unit, and they turned our men against our women and our women against our men. Go to any knockout and you'll see our women swearing at their men, fighting with their men. You'll see our men bashing up their women, giving them black eyes, and our women going, oh, look, you must like me, I got black eyes. It's systematically been built into us to hurt each other, and they did it for a lot of reasons, and they did it because they knew that was the one thing that made us strong, was our family unit, our men and our women and our babies. So in this movie, I wanted to show you that you don't have to be a warrior going and playing football in. They wanted a warrior in the house. They wanted a warrior to pay the bills, put food on the table. So I wanted to show you that just a normal dad that was doing trying the best with his kids, regardless. And I was a single dad for a long time when me and Lizzie split up, living in Brisbane, working for Tiger Bells. And I used to be starving. We used to run out of food really quick. And like a Tiger used to come out on a motorbike on a Sunday. He'd come out and he'd, hey, Doomadgee. And I'd come out and he'd go, "Did you ride for bread?" And I'm like, nah, we're broke. He'd slip me $100 and he'd take off. Tiger Bells was a good man. And I fondly remember him as someone that I looked up to and certainly helped me as a single father in Brisbane back in those days. He'd always come in every second week, because he knew I'd be broke for the second week, on a Saturday, and he used to ride them big Triumph, the big motorbike. And he was the first one I saw that owned a motorbike, so I wanted to buy a Harley, which he inspired me to do that. But he used to come in and slip me $100 or $50 if I had no food for these kids. Look, I'll finish off by saying this, because we want to get Chubana performing and doing his mob off stage. Us here as family, right, all of us here sitting here, whether we're white, black or brindle, we've all been through hurt, we've all had suffering. And I got sister tonight, Carol, and I'll say this on behalf of her, because when I met her young son in Dakota a couple of years ago, here in the community here, I was new to Toowoomba, And I just so happened to go up to the cinemas, and I saw this copper basically talking
Yes.
down to young Dakota and that. And I walked over and I said to them, I said, hey. I didn't know them, but I walked over to the copper and I said, hey, this is my niece and nephew. And he's like, oh, really? I said, what are you doing? What are you talking to them? You all want to see the ID? I said, well, you ask someone else for an ID. I said, this is my niece and nephew. I stepped in, I stepped up, and I did it because it was the right thing to do. And I saw my little Aboriginal nieces and nephews being bullied by the system. And after that, that copper's boss came up to me. Remember?
Yes, he did.
He came up and he said, thank you for doing that. So even with what I'm doing now, with the Red Feather Festival up in November in Toowoomba, in Townsville, we're going to address and confront the very policeman that hurt my brother, Cameron Doomadgee, and took his life.
Yep.
Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to forgive him. And we're going to ceremonially heal him and bring him peace. Because for 20 years, he's also been living with her. And my family have made this decision that in November, on behalf of our family, the Doomadgee family, we're going to take back our name and turn it into a forgiveness and a healing name. So in November, up in Townsville, when we do this big concert, we're going to invite Chris, Senior Sergeant Chris Hurley, to come along. And we're going to, any other coppers that want to ill-treat and treat our mob the wrong way, we're going to use the power that we have as proper law people. And we're going to forgive them and say, we forgive you for the wrong you're doing against our mob. But we'll find a better way to work with you. And it's not being scared of them, it's using the power that we have as
Taking
law
it
people.
back.
We're taking it back and we're showing how powerful we are. Under great, like let me just say this, it wasn't easy to do this. And when I took this to the Palm Island community recently, everybody in the room cried and broke down because they knew the importance and the gravity of what we're going to do in November. So tonight here was the start, the instigator. And that man over there, Coloured Stone, they're going to be the headline act up there because I want Bana Laurie's music to be known worldwide. And we're going to stream him live to the world. And we're talking to some big names. We're talking to Carlos Santana and Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20. And I'm in talks with Ice Cube to come and perform. And they're all going to open for him. That's going to be the main headline.
Deadly.
Because that's our mob. We're going to give our mob the main stage. Tonight, without further ado, I think I'll get him up here and get him to sing a few tunes. But before we do, yeah?
When he's coming to Tassie.
Hey.
When he's coming to Tasmania.
Oh, whenever you want us, brother. Red Feather will come. We'll come and we're happy to talk. Before I do that, I just want to say this. I think we should have a minute's silence in honor of some of the mob that we lost, including the young nephew, Preston. We lost back in April. So Sister hasn't spoken much about losing her son, and that's why I made her the ambassador for Red Feather this year. But I lost my brother yesterday night, and me and this fellow went up and danced with him, so we might have a quick minute silence before we get Brother Bana up here. Hang on, I'll do the thing. So, and even for your own mob, if there's anybody you know you lost, let's honor them with this minute silence right now. All right, we'll go from now. Thank you all. This is coming a photo of me in his bed. Come on, else. Stand middle. All right, Bana, when you're ready, big brother, you can start with waiting for the tide.
Mama,
Can I get a photo? Take a photo.
Oh, no, I want to do directly.
You stand here with the light.
Ruffy, off your phone, quick.
And I hide my grays so I can look young.
Me,
Yeah, my grays from stressing from this morning. And the main song that's going to be on Woman Business is Auntie Ruby. Woman's Business. Leave it alone. Uncle Archie give me cheek one day. I'm saying him, I want that Into the Bloodstream for that movie. Is he ain't got that one, boy? I said, I also want the Mullywalk song. He go, nah, I can't give you that one. That's Auntie Ruby's song. You hear that song, the Mullywalk?
Yep.
About the Mullywalk spirit? All right, Mana, go sit down and listen here, eh? I'm sick of talking.
Oh, just so everyone in America and the UK,
Yep.
I have your permission to share everything here tonight.
You have my blessing, my permission, you have my love and respect to share everything you've done. I'm so honored that you come along tonight. It's
Thank
so lovely
you, brother.
to be here on your country.
Yep.
And look, having you
No,
movies
well,
tonight
this is
really...
not my country, my son's country.
Oh, your son country?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he'll be here tomorrow to dance with.
Yes.
Put your hands together for Scotty and Paulie for doing the production. Hey!
Yay!
We love you, Scotty. Love you, Paulie. You're not too deadly. I'll pay you in lollipops and wheat picks later. I'm gonna go live on my Facebook.
You do that, bud. And see, Toowoomba, its traditional name's Woomba Woomba by two.
Really?
Yeah, Woomba,
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 Woomba, Woomba.
Woomba, Woomba. The place where the native melon grows.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Watermelon.
It's a small melon, like a rock melon, but a melon.
Oh, really? We call it, we get a small one at home there, we call it gumboda.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When you're ready, I'm gonna go live. No, I'm gonna go live, I said. I thought you were gonna press the podcast.
One, two, testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, testing, 1, 2.
Coloured Stone playing in the Strand Cinema in downtown Toowoomba.
Exactly.
30 years ago, blackfellas wouldn't be allowed through the front door.
No, we weren't.
Let us know when you're ready, big brother. We're gonna go live on Facebook.
One, two. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate brother Alex there and back on this film and all your family. I really enjoyed that tonight. And amazing, and that's one of the real things that people don't want Australia to see, because it's the First Nations people, you know, songlines and stories and language and ancestors that have been here for a long time before anybody come to this country. Every time we have a set list, we put it down and people come up, look, I don't want you. I said, move that on much more. Put Black Boy up there, come on. I want me to sing Black Boy first all the time. They don't know what to tell you. Well, brother just asked me to play a song called Waiting for the Tide. Okay, well, you're waiting for the time, Alex. All right. A lot of people ask me, why did you write that song, Waiting for the Tide? Because they love it. I said, if I tell you the story, I said, don't laugh, eh? And a long time ago, I was walking on the beach one day. I saw this brother coming along, and he was crying, crocodile tears, crying. The brother, you right? What's matter? Crying. Hey, Alec, you listening?
Yeah, I'm here.
He was crying, crocodile tears, making a big noise. I said, I'm not crying, brother, what's the matter with you? My girlfriend left me. See, I'm just gonna laugh. My girlfriend left me. She don't love me anymore. I said, hey, look, brother, I said, plenty of fish in the sea there, look. Plenty of fish in the sea. I said, you can get another one, If you don't want me, you can go and get another one. Another girlfriend. He was looking at me, no, but I love her. So I said, look, brother, I said, take your shirt off. Take your trousers off. Go and jump in that water there. Jump in the sea. So he went and jumped in there. Washed it away. I said, don't wash away all the tears that you cry. If you listen to the song, you'll hear. That's the story in there. Yeah, good watch. I'm out, I said, you go home then and try and forget that one, okay? Remember, there's only fish in the sea, I said. It must have been 3 or 4 months later, I bumped him to speak. But he wasn't very well. Really happy, walk on. Hey, brother, you right? What's the matter? Hey, brother, I got another girlfriend. Well, there he was, he was happy. People ask me that song, well, this is what the song's about, waiting for it. Go down to the beach and wash away every tear you cry. Yeah. Waiting for the time.
They say that loneliness can break your heart, but I've been this way ever since we've been apart. But I can't let myself find a brand new start, because I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cry. Because I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cry. I see our birds with their babies on the beach. They must be teaching everyone at the age. But when they learn how to fly up in the deep blue night, but they don't have no fire. They don't wait for the tide. They get They say that love is the man's blind. When you fall in love, it's everything. But I remember the day that you gave me back my ring. Because I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cried. Because I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cried. Okay, get all joined in this minute. Here we go. I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cried. Because I'm waiting for the time to away every tear that I cried. Because I'm waiting for the time to wash away every tear that I cried. Yeah, he's got a new girlfriend now.
You got a new girlfriend now? This band's called Coloured Stone.
Can you give me a bit of delay reverb on the vocal sound? Was this song probably talked a long time ago, way back in the dream time. I mean, we're still living in dream time because everything is still here. We still speak our language and ceremonies and stories. But way back, even today, our people, our ancestors, and all our elders, they do crop report to make rain come. And whenever there was a drought over the years, they'll call up to do a rain dance. And it happens all the time.